Hey y'all. All right. Energy update number 2. Dos. We did an energy update a few weeks ago and now we talking about the running energy. So, I feel like I'm not going to say I should have, but I could have done, a daily documentary type thing of the journey that I've been on with the energetic journey while we've been on this trip. But I decided to just keep it to the trip, keep it to the journey itself. But full disclosure, during this trip here from San Antonio all the way through, New Mexico, through California, through Nevada, through Utah, through Colorado, this whole road trip, I've been fasting. So I've been on a liquid fast this whole entire road trip. So I haven't had solid food. Well, I hadn't had solid food before I broke my fast today for the past 15 days. So I had crossed 14 days of no solid food this newest fast here. So I felt pretty proud of myself, felt pretty good, and the energy was high, especially last night. Usually, when I can tell that the gyro or the generator is catching on, it's catching, the pistons are turning, is when I go to sleep very late. Like I can't go to sleep. There's so much energy, it's just too intense. And then I wake up early. Like I go to sleep maybe at between 3 and 4 o'clock, and I'll wake up at 6 o'clock and be refreshed and ready to go. Like I got a full 8 or 9 hours, and it's just amazing. So that's where I had gotten to last night. And sometimes, that energy can be very anxious. It can be very nervous if you're not used to it and anxiety ridden because you're wondering, what do I do with it all? Do I read a book? Do I do push ups? Do I exercise? Do I do Qigong? Like, do I just start running in place? Do I do jumping jacks? Like, how do I get out this energy? Because you can't sleep it off. It's like you can't go to sleep. You're just awake, wide awake, and you're not even on caffeine. It's just the caffeine of the universe, right? So it had gotten to that state last night, and that was after 2 weeks of not eating, of taking a solid food vacation. And then today, I introduced myself to um, a boba tea, and then I got some some soup, broth, a broth soup, at this restaurant that my friends invited me to, and just from there, the cravings came back in a wave, and it was just like, oh, what else? What else? What else? So, so it's okay. No judgment on the journey, right? I made it 2 weeks without solid food. That's an accomplishment. Me and my friend, we've been dipping and diving, dipping in and out of the fasting, and we're headed towards that pranic state. I can feel it. If as long as we just keep the energy running, you're not losing the percentage of your prana when you eat, but it's numbing you to that feeling. It's numbing you to the subtle energy. So right now I can't feel the subtle energy as much as I would if I had an empty stomach per se, but that energy is still there. So luckily I have, UT by my side, you're in therapy, to kind of remedy that. It's like a fail-safe mechanism. You hit the button, right? And that will, jettison what's not for my body. And it's almost like a get out of jail free card almost, like you just hit a cheat code in GTA and you get all the weapons and stuff. That's what UT is to me. You're in therapy. It's like it's not even fair. So yeah, I plan on using that to get myself back to where I was last night, but shouldn't take long, but we are heading back to Texas, and we'll see. We'll see what lies ahead, but I was feeling really, really good. Really, really good, and I was really proud of myself because I usually on the road, even driving long, long distance, long hours at a time, I'm usually just, drinking caffeine and stuff like that, drinking coffees, but I wasn't this trip. I wasn't. I didn't have to. I just chewed some bubble gum and listened to some affirmations or listened to some audios And I actually finished a couple books this trip reading, and I published a book this trip. So I got a lot of work done, and I feel pretty good about myself. Feel good about the energy that I was able to transmute. Of course, all energy is sexual energy, right? So I was able to transmute a lot of the sexual energy into creativity, into the YouTube channel, of course, for you, my friend, and into the podcast for you as well. So if you haven't tuned into any of the episodes, check it out. The podcast is called The Open Palm, and that can be found wherever you find yours, my friend. So we're still on the path, still on journey. No judgment, no judgment on the path. You haven't failed, right? You haven't failed. I'm still heading in that direction. There may be stumbling blocks on the way, but the setbacks aren't in the way, they're on the way, right? The hurdle in the path, it becomes the path. The obstacle in the way becomes the way. So we trudge on, we continue. So thank you for listening, my friend, and I pray you have a wonderful and blessed day or night wherever you are. Definitely subscribe if you're not already for more inspirational messages. Much love to you. Check out the new book on Amazon. It's called Finding Inner Peace, A Guide to the Wisdom Within. That's by Jerome Shaw. And peace, peace. Much love. Take care.